So even before Boris had made the announcement, was it Tuesday evening? Lost track of days now. But even before that was announced, we went onto the Caravan Club website and had awful problems trying to book somewhere. The world's gone mad.
It's alright. It's Caravan Club.
This is quality caravan vlogging. At one point, we were at least there was at least 1,000 people in front of us on the queue on the website, and I've seen people saying that they reached about 1,700 people. I mean, this is bonkers. Not unexpected, I guess, but so what I'd like to discuss is in this vlog is just kind of when things are going to be reopening and what we might expect from the reopening based on the experiences we had 4th of July last year when everything opened up again. So last year, 4th of July, campsites were open again after we'd been in lockdown since maybe March of last year. So we had booked somewhere like previously, months before that, and it so happened it was the 4th of July so we were lucky, we had somewhere booked. So anyway, I'll tell you about that in a sec. What I want to do is just go over the dates for the reopening of stuff. So I've got notes here. You probably already know this. If you do already know this, just skip forward a bit. But so it's in 4 steps. So step 1 is England. This is England specifically. At 8th of March, schools will open, and outside 2 people can meet on a park bench for a coffee, for example. Then March the 29th, outdoor 6 people can meet, or 2 households in a private garden, and outdoor sports can start. So I mean, this is very basic. If you want more detail, then have a look on government's website. And step 2 is from 12th of April. So these are 5 weeks apart. So 12th of April, pubs and restaurants you can outdoors only. Non-essential retailers like hairdressers and libraries, some swimming pools, and importantly for us, self-contained holidays, which will include campsites. So the campsites I've got here, so no facilities will open. Well, we don't know, that's not been confirmed yet, I don't think. 12th of April at the earliest, international travel will be reviewed. So there's not going to be a decision then. They'll just review on the 12th of. Now on step 3 on the 17th of May, outdoor up to 30 people, 2 households can mix indoors. Pubs and restaurants will be open. You'll still have to abide by the rule of 6. So only 6 people in a party can go, and 10,000 outdoor spectators, which means sports, football can go back maybe. And at that point, they'll consider the introduction of some sort of COVID passport. And step 4, which is the last step, the 21st of June, will include nightclubs, and just about all other restrictions will be lifted. Of course, this is based on 4 tests being met. So that's first is that the vaccine program goes to plan. Vaccines have reduced hospitalisations and deaths. Infection rates don't surge in hospitals, and the new variants don't fundamentally change everything that's been going on ahead. So they're the 4. So they have to be met. So all these dates are at the earliest. So that's that out of the way. So how does that all affect us? So 21st of April means that sites should start opening for vehicles that have their own facilities. So I think, obviously camper vans and stuff that don't have a toilet maybe and stuff like that, then I don't think they'll be able to go on site. But caravans and motorhomes definitely, which is kind of what we're basically interested in. Well, specifically caravans really. So in the last lockdown, July the 4th, we went away, and so we were a bit nervous about it, but it was all it worked out kind of okay. I'll just talk you through a few things that were different. Firstly, when we arrived on site, we weren't able to pick our pitch on day 1 at least. Now we subsequently heard that from day 2 you could pick your own pitch, so maybe there's something to be learnt there by not going away on the very first day. If we'd have known that, we would have left it a couple of days so that we could then pick our own pitch. So anyway, we were allocated a pitch, all the check-in, everything was done outside. You didn't go into the office, you just sat in your car and they came out to you, which I think is a good way of doing it anyway. And kind of I've found that happens with the Caravan, as has happened to us with the Caravan and Camping Club. The situation with the toilets blocks, now they were open, but what they did, they worked on like a band system. So you were given a band, and within the toilet block they'd closed every other toilet, and every other shower was kind of roped off, so you couldn't go in them. And you were given, well, some of them you were given a band, others there were bands outside. So they'd have 4 bands, and if there were no bands left for you to take, then it means the toilet block was full. So when you go in, you take a band, you do your stuff, come out, put the band back. So they've got ways of working around it. And in any case, we used our own facilities, and it's actually the first time we've used the Caravan shower, and it was fine. There was no problem at all. So if you've got working facilities that are good, and most modern caravans do, then all you need to go to the kind of toilet block for is to fill up the water and to dispose of any waste, which you can keep your distance. And we thought it worked really well, and the only problem we encountered, and there might have been new caravanners, I don't know, but we were surrounded by 4 caravans that were basically parked like maniacs. The guy had gone the wrong side on the white peg, punishable by death, and put his awning up, car up. So it was all absolutely the most wrong you could get it, and the warden didn't make him move anything. So I mean, I'm going to do another vlog on the Caravan Club, not just the Caravan Club, but not just the Caravan and Motorhome Club, but caravan clubs in general, and how there may be, are they still valid in today's caravanning and motorhome world? So my point was that there was a lot of people not following rules. Now, I don't know if that's because they were excited because they hadn't been out for a while, or whether they were new caravanners and didn't really understand any of the rules. Also, one of the things that kind of upset us is that there were people having mass gatherings, basically, of 10 or more people. Warden spoke to them about it, and they just said they was all in the same bubble, and it was all right. What can a warden do? I mean, so we've booked a few trips now. What we are finding is that obviously everything's busy. We always get this. This is something I want to talk about in another vlog, but I'll mention it here briefly. Is that the situation you get in where you maybe want to book a whole week and you can't get the Wednesday, for example. It could be other days as well, but I mean, it's really frustrating. And I think I'm not trying to demonise motorhomers. I mean, they're fundamentally different holidays to caravanners. Caravanners will probably stay somewhere for a minimum of 4 nights maybe, whereas motorhomers will have a day here, 2 days here. I mean, that's the flexibility that a motorhome gives you, but it does kind of shoot bloody great big holes in the middle of weeks where we can't book there were loads of sites that we'd love to go to, but we can't, because one day in the middle or one day at the end or start or wherever we can't book, so we can't get our continual lump of time that caravanners prefer to do. So that was frustrating. Now, we've booked and cancelled a few sites. What we've noticed is over time sites become available. If you keep checking, just keep checking the sites, keep checking, and you'll hopefully get somewhere that you'd like. So other updates, still no news on the Caravan, and we're definitely thinking no news is good news. When I'm recording this now, it's a week today that it's due to be built, so we are getting to the site point where we're quite excited about it. So speaking to the dealer, they kind of seem to suggest that the handover could go ahead as normal. They are open as a business and start servicing caravans. Although the sales department is known for people to go in, I can go there for a handover, or they can deliver the caravan if they like. If I want them to, they would prefer me to go there, because when they do the handover, if there's any snagging that need doing, they can basically do it there and then, which I think makes perfect sense. If you don't know, we've got a Facebook group. I'll put a link down below. It's going really well, and I think it's a really nice. It's unlike some of these bigger groups where you're hit with loads and loads of sarcasm and not helpful at all. I think it's becoming a very good source of information for beginners. Feel free, go on there, ask questions. You won't get your head bitten off. You're not expected to know anything. I mean, there are probably as many new caravanners as there are experienced caravanners. So yeah, just be warned those, because the waste pipe of wisdom has now been made a moderator. So if there's any mucking about, any new nonsense going on, the waste pipe of wisdom will come down on you like a ton of bricks and fire you off to that Facebook jowl. He ain't afraid of anyone. You've been warned. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in this vlog. Again, I'll shortly be releasing, it's probably a week from now, I'll be doing a vlog on caravan clubs and whether in 2021 they are fulfilling their purpose or whether they are just an outdated institutions. Now this is kind of been brought to my attention by sort of conversations on the Facebook group. Now, if you're in the Facebook group, if you're in our Facebook group and you come up with a point of view or an idea, then you fully expect me to in the coming weeks to do a vlog on it and steal your ideas. So be careful what you say, because I'll be vlogging it. That's it. I hope you're all well and enjoying yourself, and looking forward to the 21st of April or soon after when we can get out. That's it. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.